Donald Trump's repeated mispronunciation of Kamala Harris's name, his mocking her laughter and calling her crazy are classic weapons of patriarchy that is entrenched in misogyny and racism. Watch these video clips and we'll talk about it.
Karla laughing, Kamala. Ever watch her laugh? She's crazy.
Never been a lunatic like this in the White House.
I said, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter what I say. I couldn't care less. If I mispronounce it or not, I couldn't care less.
Mispronouncing Kamala Harris's name is not just a mistake. It's a deliberate act of disrespect. It undermines her identity. It is a tactic to belittle and dismiss women of color. This act is rooted in racism, where names that are unfamiliar to the dominant culture are often ridiculed or ignored. This reinforces the patriarchy, which protects the white Christian man, because it reinforces the idea that non-Anglo names, and by extension non-Anglo people, are not important enough to know their names, which makes them less valid. Mocking her laugh is another way to dismiss her humanity and her authority. Even though her laughter is awesome and laughter is a natural form of expression, ridiculing it is a way to control and suppress a woman's voice. That and calling her crazy are deeply misogynistic. They serve to reinforce the idea that women, especially women of color, should not be taken seriously in positions of power. This is why I spend so much time unpacking patriarchy in my book and helping people who are deconstructing from Christianity understanding the many layers that it's impacting in their lives. Because it's essential to recognize that these tactics are not just personal attacks on Kamala Harris. They're part of a larger strategy to uphold this patriarchal structure that protects the power of the white Christian man, that allows them to maintain power over marginalized people. The most disturbing part of what Donald Trump is doing is his intention to give people permission to do as he does. And I see it constantly, especially on social media, as people continue to mispronounce her name and say it doesn't matter how they pronounce it. In other words, he's giving people permission to be disrespectful and dehumanizing towards Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris is highly qualified. She has been in the national spotlight for years. Saying you don't know how to pronounce her name just shows your arrogance, your bigotry, and your ignorance. It also shows that you want to hold on to your misogyny and your racism because you feel entitled to it, which is what patriarchy has taught you. But patriarchy is crumbling, and I applaud its demise.